Hello, community, and welcome back to another Keeping It Real with Dr. Anita podcast. I am your host, Dr. Anita Polite-Wilson, C-Suite Trusted Advisor, Board Director, and Team Dynamics Consultant, preparing businesses to strategically navigate culture, complexity, and change. Today, we'll discuss the downturn in the prioritization of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the trend of companies dismantling their internal DEI teams. In recent years, we witnessed a troubling trend, a downturn in the prioritization of diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts within organizations. This shift is evidenced by companies reducing their DEI budgets, scaling back initiatives, and in some cases, completely dismantling their internal DEI teams altogether. Several factors contribute to this decline. Economic pressures and shifting business priorities often lead companies to view DEI as a discretionary expense rather than a strategic business investment. According to a study by the World Economic Forum, during economic downturns, organizations are more likely to cut back on DEI initiatives, seeing them as non-essential. However, this approach is short-sighted. Research by McKinsey & Company indicates that companies with a strong commitment to DEI are better positioned to weather economic challenges and emerge stronger. Organizations that deprioritize DEI risk losing the competitive advantage that comes from a diverse and inclusive workforce, resulting in lower morale, which contributes to a decreased sense of belonging. Another factor contributing to the decline in DEI prioritization is the misconception that sufficient progress has already been made and that continued efforts are no longer necessary. While some strides have been made, significant work remains to achieve true equity and inclusion. The Harvard Business Review notes that sustained progress requires ongoing commitment and effort, and that complacency can lead to regression. Moreover, dismantling internal DEI teams can have a demoralizing effect on employees. It sends a message that the organization does not truly value diversity and inclusion, which can undermine employee engagement and trust, not to mention compromise a sense of belonging. A report by the Korn Ferry Institute highlights that employees in organizations with strong DEI practices are more likely to feel engaged and committed to their work. It's crucial for organizations to recognize that DEI is not a temporary initiative, but a long-term commitment that drives sustainable organizational success. By maintaining and strengthening their DEI efforts, companies can foster more resilient, innovative, and high-performing teams that experience a deeper sense of belonging. Next week, we'll discuss some of the reasons why organizations may still be hesitant to fully embrace DEI in ways that result in a true sense of belonging. And we'll explore the challenges and barriers that need to be addressed to create a more inclusive and equitable workplace. In the meantime, please stay in the flow with me. Follow, like, and overshare this podcast with your network by reposting and adding your own comments and insights. Until next time, this is Dr. Anita reminding you to stay blessed and keep it real.